What's good, everybody? It's your boy JTL, Opposite from the Norm. And real quick, I just want to let y'all know about Opposite from the Norm apparel t-shirts. Brought to you by GFam G-Wear. You like our show and our content? Then go to gfament.com and click on G Store, and there you can purchase an Opposite from the Norm t-shirt. Also, you can check out other great tees that represent true kings and true queens as well. Shirts that motivate and make you feel great. Once again, that's gfament.com and click on the G Store link to get your apparel tees. Now back to the show. Chill. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy JTL, Opposite from the Norm, back with another one. Got some good updates and stuff to talk about what we've been seeing lately. All the craziness going on. So before we get started, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Say what up to my boy HD.
What up? What up? No late D today. No late D today. No
We about
late
to
D.
be a second late. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead. First thing I want to talk about, man, is the election. I like I was telling you before, I can't wait to, what I'm saying, everything over with because they sending all these doggone flyers and brochures to my house for all these different candidates. And it's annoying, man. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta throw away, man. It's like we supposed to be careful about this pandemic. Why y'all keep sending all this stuff to people's house? I gotta spray it down and all of that before I bring it in my house, man.
Gotta be touching shit.
Yeah, it's annoying, man. I got like certain mail carriers, they wear masks. It's this one white dude that, he looked like he might be part of the alphabet community. He don't be wearing no mask. And I be looking at him like, why you ain't got no mask on, bro?
He don't care. He may believe that it's a hoax. He may believe that it's fake.
He probably do.
Yeah, I'm. That was one of the things that I was looking at too. Just be glad when tomorrow's over with. When cause tomorrow's gonna be crazy. I've been reading things where they talking about people are going to be fighting. Some people saying there could be riots from either side. If Trump wins, there may be riots. If Trump loses, there may be riots. And I'm just ready for all this craziness to be over. Even in saying that, we're probably a long way from it being over because if Trump does lose, he gonna show out. He gonna say, "I'm not gonna leave the office. I'm gonna make it
Got
hard."
like a
Or
big kid.
yeah, he gonna have a hissy fit. So the election part may be over after tomorrow. However, everything after that is gonna be a big spiral. It's gonna be a big TV show. A lot of these people are gonna come out the woodworks with different uh podcasts and things like that, trying to get a little bit of hype off of this election. And I echo what you said. I'm tired of it. I'm just ready. Tired of seeing all these signs and shit. Everybody honking their horns, and you go to a grocery store, you see people planting signs outside the grocery store, handing you cards. And like you said, it's like, yo, don't hand me nothing. I don't know where the fuck your hands been. I don't know if you've been sneezing on your hands, coughing on your hands, rubbing the back of some bitch who ain't wearing no mask. Don't hand me shit.
Like it's really annoying, man. Because another thing that gets on my nerves is where is all these people that should be doing what they need to be doing in the community so they already be known. Like, why do you wait till election time to start showing your face? I'm like, I ain't never heard of you before. So now I got to do my research instead of you getting out and speaking with the community. Like all these people that's into like education. Damn, she got ass. All these people that's in the education, like we should be knowing about you. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. Like you should be putting out stuff the whole time what you doing. So that way if you decide to run for election, we already know you. We already know what you've been doing, what you got going on and all this type of stuff. Like I'm so tired of having to research this. And I feel like another thing, which is disrespectful, we all get tired of. As a black community, we tired of you trying to all of a sudden start talking to us after all these years. Now you want to come to our churches. Now you want to come to certain areas and say something to us, and you had all this time to say something, but now you want to talk to us because you want to vote. But when you get in, you're gonna do the same thing you've been doing. Nothing. Like this disrespectful, man. Like that's why, like I said on the one show, we need to talk about our own super PACs and you know what I'm saying, our own parties and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, and like I discussed with you earlier, I was speaking with another childhood friend about all this stuff, and we're just speaking about what Orange Face. I've been calling him his name. Fuck him. Orange Face been doing with putting certain people in positions of power, and these federal judges, all that he's putting on, and how everybody feels like if he wins or if the other white dude wins that some things are going to change for black folks, but it's not. It's you have these judges that are federal judges. They're the ones that hand out sentences, and who they're going to be handing out sentences to? Our brothers and sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that matter. The people that are be putting into power on, on the judge level, or the people who sit, in the Senate or the House of Congress. Those are the people that matter more so than Orange Face or Biden.
Yeah, but we didn't have no vote on that. That's what's messed up. We have no vote
Right.
on it.
We have no say on that.
But this is what's so sad, man, because I keep hearing um, black people say, "Oh, Trump has done more for us black people than any president," and that's not true. You just listen to him say everything he's saying he's done has already been done before. You can't just pass a law like a lot of us still don't understand that just because you're a president don't mean you can pass whatever law you feel like it. And we still listening to his lies. Like, man, I don't like Trump. But he done more for black people than any president. No, he has not. That's
Oh,
why
he's
people
done
keep
more for
trying to tell
blacks?
you.
Okay. The next time something happens and you have to go in front of one of those fucking judges that he disappointed, then say what he's done for blacks. Because those cracker racist judges are going to be giving you a bigger sentence than what you deserve. And then say, that, oh, yeah, Trump cares about us.
That's what I'm saying. People, wow, put the tail in. But it's like, man, it's so sad because, like I said, they don't realize that, and they will um keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand how he undermines those so-called things that he does. You know what I'm saying? But it's like what's law that Congress and that's the president job. So, but it's like all we listen to is sound bites, and we don't get the game and how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So we always being like tricked into believing that things are getting done that's not getting done. You know what I'm saying? And but it's our fault because we don't do our due diligence. We don't research nothing. And then when you talk to somebody that argue, like I remember arguing with one of my peoples about that, the Republican thing. I'm like, you got to understand something. You have to be about yourself and other people that can scratch your back. Meaning, whatever favor you can do for them, they can do for you. That's all you worried about. But a lot of other people get hurt within that process. Like, I'm sorry, but we gotta keep it real. Republicans don't help people. You know what I'm saying? Democrats might seemingly help people, but they only give you a couple crumbs to get you out their face. So that's the
Right.
difference in both parties. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if we really researched better and really did our studying and understand the moves we should be making, and that's why I guess I'm gonna do probably talk on like Wednesdays. I'm gonna probably do it on Wednesdays. Just break down different stuff like parties and having super PACs, things that's going on political wise, things that affect us that's coming down from political judgments that the people have nothing to do with. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned because this Wednesday, Lord's willing, I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna go a little more in depth about all the back and forth we kept hearing about Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and stuff like that, the leaders of the Democrat and Republican Party, and how the stuff that they're doing really is hurting more than it really helps us. So I think I'm gonna talk about that this Wednesday, Lord's willing. So y'all look out for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something good because people don't know about those type of things, and just speaking on like I was just saying about the judges and the other things that he's appointing, people don't know that. Those are the things that set us backwards. You know, these federal judges who are tenured for life, or these other positions where he's putting in people who are kind of on the younger side, but they're racist and they don't like black people, and they're going to be in these positions for 20, 30, 40 years. That is what matters. Not just some white man standing up there saying, I'm going to give more scholarships to blacks. Yeah, but all these laws and the Constitution and these amendments, all these things that are there that were written for, written not for blacks, against blacks, written and made when we were slaves, and they're still here today. None of those, nothing in the Constitution has changed. The amendments haven't changed. These laws, there's some laws changing tiny bit by tiny bit, but once again, you got these crackers who sit in these seats as judges, and they're the ones who make the final decision when you're standing in that courtroom. So ain't nothing gonna be changing for no time soon.
All right, and then real quick on that, one of the judges that you talking about that I was hearing that she didn't have no real judge experience was Amy Barrett. They
Mm-hmm.
said it said that today she heard her first Supreme Court argument asking assured and probing questions in the case on the Freedom of Information Act. Justice Barrett joined the court last Tuesday, a little more than a month after the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and the rushed and continuous confirmation process that followed President Trump's nominating her. But Justice Barrett sat out several major election disputes last week, saying she had not the time to review the party's filings. She also did not participate in the justice's private conference last week, saying she needed time to prepare for this week's argument. And with the court hearing arguments by phone on Monday because of the pandemic, Justice Barrett did not join her colleagues on the bench and take the juror justice traditional seat on this far right. But Chief Justice John G. Roberts Jr. did start Monday's session by greeting the new justice. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the blah blah blah. We wish you a long happy career. The justices ask questions in order of seniority when they hear arguments over the phone, meaning the Justice Barrett went last on Monday. Her first question built on ones that had been posed by the next most junior member of the court, Justice Brett M. Kavanaugh, appointed by Trump in 2018. I want to pick up on the thread that Justice Kavanaugh was just exploring with you. Justice Barrett told a lawyer for the federal government. She hold on. It was just all the money price. We'll probably have to go into this a little later. But they're already saying that she's not really being active like she should, and she keep making excuses, talking about she wants to keep learning about certain things, asking questions about certain things. But just as HD just told y'all, the problem with that is her Kavanaugh and a bunch of other judges that Trump had put in, and and the Democrats wanted to wait until after the election to vote. So he knew what he was doing, just in case he loses. God willing, he wants to put these judges in. They got tenure, so that means unless they get impeached or something like that, removed, they don't have to go nowhere. They don't have to do no more elections or nothing. And a lot of these people are a lot younger. So if you got people in there within their late 30s, early 40s, we're looking at more than 40 more years of BS. You know what I'm saying? So for all you people out there that swear 45 doing so much great things for us, what you don't realize, he's setting it up. So even when he leaves, the same system is going to be
Thank you.
in place.
Thank you.
Just like,
Thank you.
and also just like, real quick, the one Democrat, Tulsi Gabbard, was saying on the Joe Rogan show that when she first got to Senate, they separate everybody. They don't want you coming together because they want all the wins to be for that specific party. So y'all look her up too. I'm gonna do a show on her talking about her. And I can respect where she's coming from. She's Samoan, she's not white, she's not black, but she's Samoan, and she was going in on Kamala Harris about all her BS past and the things that she did that hurt black and brown people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So these are the different types of people that are there, but they don't want them there. And I was seeing people like all throughout the comment section that saying I'm a Republican, but I would vote for her. So that lets you know that there are decent Republicans as well, but they don't outweigh nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we need more bipartisan if we're gonna be doing certain things to actually change the world. But you got to start getting these people out of office. I know a lot of people say forget voting, but you got to realize something. If you decide to stay in this country as you get older as an adult, it's going to be a lot of things that's going to be happening and you're going to be complaining about it. You can say, oh, well, I didn't vote for that person. I can complain. No, you can't because you don't matter. If you didn't vote for anybody, you have no right to say anything because all you're going to hear is, well, next time you better vote. I ain't voting. They just need to do better. That bitching, whining, and complaining don't change nothing. It's getting the right people into the right position. Because even if we say here in the US, like you got the Freedom Town with the black people that came together, got all those acres and trying to have black people come there. If we decide to get our own policing department there, it's certain rules and regulations they're gonna have to follow, or the president or whoever, the governor in America, send in troops and send in FBI and all this to regulate whatever's going on. So it don't matter what you do if you in this country, if you don't fight to make sure certain laws, policies, and amendments get passed, it don't matter because they always got overhead. Since
Right.
we got all these people that don't want to leave this country because they love it so much, but
They
they don't
love
want
it
to
so much.
fight. You have to fight in the ways that make this country revolve. If you don't, all you doing is complaining and you crying like a little child and you an adult. There's things we can do as adults to fight against these things. But if you choose not to do it, you get whatever comes to you. Period.
Right. All right. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Try to bring up something a little lighthearted, but it's kind of still on the fucked up side. Something I noticed this week is actually kind of still going on. This joint with Little Nas X, people going at him. Now he's going back and forth with the rap cat from out of New York, Dave East. If you didn't see it, all
That's
right,
old. They
Noisy.
going back and forth again. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry you told me
no,
not to mute. Keep talking. So
Noisy.
okay.
the I just feel like yeah, we know homeboy dressed up as Nicki Minaj. We know he's gay, whatever, whatever, whatever. But it's like two things that I get from this. Why the fuck do people care so much? Like why? Like yo, we all know that this shit for Halloween, but it's also for attention. We know that cats who do shit like that, they want motherfucking attention. So it's like, why do we give them the ammo that they want? Excuse me, because all we know that if anyone makes a comment, they're automatically gonna say the person's homophobic, and they're gonna go try to get the LGBT to jump down their throat or cancel them, cancel their TV show, cancel their record or whatever. And it's like, Dave East, said what he said, but it's like, now it's people that's trying to jump down his throat, and it's like, yo, the same way that Little Nas X got his opinion, I believe that Dave East can have his opinion. Yes, I just said at the beginning, like, why do we give a fuck? Because I believe that, like, everybody who dives so far into this, like, yo, who, who would like that want to do shit like that? Let them do it. Who cares? It's not affecting your life, whatever. But then on the flip side, if someone does choose to comment or say something, why is it that a person can't have an opinion anymore? A person can't have an opinion anymore where they automatically run to say this person's homophobic or this person's this or that. Like, how do you not know that Davies may not have someone gay in his family? And he can have a gay cousin, and his gay cousin is his homie or some shit. Like, you don't know. People will say, oh, well, he wouldn't make a comment like that if he did have a gay cousin. You don't know that because his gay cousin could be cool. His gay cousin may not be so sensitive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this shit just gets too much attention to me. It's like always being thrown in your face, and the person always want to be like running with this victim shit. Like, stop with this
Mm.
victim shit. You don't have to fucking, if you have a back and forth with somebody, right? You don't have to, oh, I'm gonna run to the LGBT to get to have, like, yo, why you two just can't have a little back and forth, 3, 4 tweets or whatever you're gonna do, and it be over. Like, why I gotta be to the level of, oh, we need to get this person canceled? That shit is whack to me. Go ahead, Jay. You want an opinion on that? That shit is just stupid to me. Like, yo, you don't got to try to end this man's career or whatever. Or like, 50 made a comment, man. 50's comment wasn't even like all that or whatever. So now people are like, oh man, 50 is a homophobic. Like, yo, shut that shit up.
Yeah, but you know that came from after he so called did his joking thing we was talking about with 45. So you know that where that's coming from.
Yeah, and he, mentioned something about Young Buck. He always is going at Young Buck, and Young Buck, did that shit to himself by doing whatever he was doing with the fucking tranny shit. There's that whatever, and if he is, that's his business. Like I
Mm.
don't think when people do, I don't think it has to be that serious, yo. Because I like me and you had the conversation. To be clear, there are people out there who are sick in the head who have hatred towards gays. There are people out there who 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 are fucked up in the head who hate gay people. And anytime you hate someone just because they're gay, you're fucked up in the head. There's something wrong with you. You're ignorant. You're dumb. You're stupid. You're uneducated. So we already know that the people who just hate gay people, who try to fight gay people, who try to kill gay people, they're fucked up in the head. They're fucked up, and we don't need people like them in society. But on the flip side of that, like, I just don't be. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the places that I go or whatever, or that I've been to, maybe I'm just oblivious to it. But I don't see nowadays where it's like so much hatred. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be seeing it. You know, I've been, we can't really be fucking traveling nowhere this year, but like, last year I went to a couple places outside of my state. I went to Georgia, I went to Denver, I went to Indianapolis, and I went to different places there, especially in Denver. I was going all around the city, going to different places, even doing stuff that I wouldn't normally do. I don't see all this animosity towards gay people that they be trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't be seeing it. I don't know, maybe other people see it, but I don't see it. So I don't think it's that big a fucking deal. Like, if people are gay, they're gay. Let them be gay, and that's fine. Everybody is everybody, man. That's how I feel.
Well, don't forget, because we got to be fair. Like when we talk about what we go through, and people don't see it because they ain't walking in our shoes. You got to think it might be the same thing where it's certain things we're not gonna notice because
Right.
we're not in their
Yeah.
shoes. You know what
You're
I'm
right.
saying?
You're right. I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like more people are accepting, and if there's not more people than accepting, then those people are fucked up. But I'm just feel like, a lot of people are more so accepting or just have the attitude like that's their business.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe I am blind. Maybe I am blind to it, and if I am, my apologies on that. But I just see a lot more people that just be like, whatever. Whatever it is, it's what it's gonna be.
Now, the only thing I don't like, what you say your homeboy name was, uh, Saucy Santana.
Saucy Santana.
Like the way, like I don't like when people do stuff like that. That's the same thing what we talk about people in our community that make things a issue and then expect somebody to have their back. Like he went in starting stuff, um, in that Miami club, like you was telling me about, and then try to make it seem like it was about hatred towards gay people, and it's like, no, bro, you was dead wrong in what you did. You shouldn't have been out there starting stuff. Don't nobody want to see you twerk. Like,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when it used to be time. I remember at this time, like right when it started, me and now I was going to script clubs before my peoples was, you know what I'm saying? They went out of town and went to a script club for the first time. I was already going since I was 18. So when this happened, I was like 24 or something like that. So we go to the script club and I just remember seeing females in there. And I'm like, why they in here? Because it's like every time, and I heard women talk about this. Well, I mean, if that's what a man at, we trying to go with a man at, but it's like Why we can't have nothing to ourselves? When y'all go to script clubs and see male reviews and stuff, we're not there trying to be in. We let the scripper dudes do their thing and have fun with y'all. We don't be in the way, so why y'all gotta come? So once that start happening, everybody start making the script club into the club. And I knew that wasn't gonna be good sooner or later. At first I thought it was okay, but now like but some gave me the first feeling like I don't know that's gonna be a good thing. And that's what it turned into. So then you got the gay dude going there, and a lot of flamboyant gay dudes, they want to be women. So you see these girls having good time, men enjoying it, and then you want to jump on stage and start twerking. It's not a bunch of females to go to where there's guys that and do that. You know, the male review with females. Go do that. They might not be cool with that. So it's like, bro, don't try to include yourself in a place in a space that's really not for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying have limitations, but you can go start your own thing. Like that's another thing we gotta stop doing is trying to include all of us gotta stop trying to include ourselves everywhere. So like let's transition into what you told me about Monique, about the whole, people telling her to dump her husband. Like go ahead and speak on what you talk about, then we can go into that a little bit more. What you was telling me earlier.
Yeah, yeah. Was the situation where Monique, she was pretty much giving a description of a conversation that she had with Jesus. I hate even saying this motherfucker's name, Whoopi Goldberg, about her telling her to leave her husband or whatever. So just some of the words that she said. She said, this is what Whoopi Goldberg said to her. She said, "It's your husband. You got to get rid of your husband." Monique said, "Yo, listen, my husband negotiated the biggest deals I've ever had in my career, along with our attorney. The attorney's name is Ricky Anderson. Two black men, and she was like, you better stop worrying about that little girl coming behind you, and you better worry about you." And she said, she made other little comments that, were making her feel uncomfortable, and she was like, Monique is, in this conversation, she was being a little nice. She said that Whoopi Goldberg was coming from a place of fear. She said, I don't think she was trying to hurt my feelings, but it's like, listen, you can't do Monique and go against the grain. There's that phrase, going against the grain. And then she's like, you can't go against the machine. Bam. And because your husband is a proud black man and he wants answers that they cannot give, you need to let him go. Period. She said, you need to let him go. Get rid of your husband because he's a strong black man that's not going to stand there and let them crackers fuck you over.
Well, I think on that, like we always talk about, like her suing Netflix and all that it was nonsense because when you break it down, all this celebrity you have, when you was pointing them out, you should have been pointing to something you had. Like I told you earlier, Dame Dash was like he put it out there. If anything, we can come together and do something, and we'll have ownership. Let's not let's all right. Let that go for trying to keep going at them in a way of you want to still be accepted by them after all this beef. Like you gotta think, you're trying to force them to do business the way you feel it should be done. If they like when she go to court, God willing, she's gonna lose because you have no real proof of discrimination. You have no real proof. All you can say is, all right, well, they paying these men more than me. They paying this white woman more than me, and they told me I was a legend. So why would I get less? There's no. They can still sit there. And the judge is gonna be looking like, okay, but this is their platform, and they can go off the numbers they want to go off of, and what's going to sell and what's not. So you want us to make them give you $13 million like Amy Schumer? Are you no? Are you crazy? That'll be a waste of money and time and effort because right now she can just go ahead and damn she got ass too. She can just go
Ah,
ahead and do her own thing and hook up with people like Dame Dash who has his own type of Netflix and start blowing it up. Get with people like that, like Kevin Hart. Like Dame said, pass the plug. Right now, Kevin should be trying to move towards getting stuff on a Dame Dash network. Dame Dash always pretty much paid people fair. He gonna do fair business with you. So help this brother rise his thing up. Like when Kevin Hart did his LOL network, he shouldn't have did it on YouTube. He should have did it with Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? Or whenever the contract is up, go to Dame Dash. Like, listen, man, you done so much for me. I love you, brother. I appreciate you and I respect you. Let's get this deal done. And then start promoting it because Kevin Hart got like 40 million subscribers on followers on Instagram. That's why his production company does the promotion. He be like, instead of y'all paying our outside source, give us that money. So Heartbeat Productions does the promotion for all the Kevin Hart movies now, because they set it up that way. So go with people like that. Stop trying to keep running to be accepted. You pointed it out, and then we still it ain't enough people of color. It don't matter how many people of color that we had to realize that from the '60s on and on when we got segregation abolished. Just because a lot of black people went in there, that might be good for them and their family, but that's not all good for the trickle down. You know what I'm saying? The only way the trickle down is going to happen is when we actually have genuine black people owning their own businesses and hiring other genuine black people that care about the community. This is a perfect time for us to do it right now. And unfortunately, after George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor got arrested, their souls, they lives. So let's not let their lives go in vain and sit back and still complaining and doing the same thing. That's all we are doing is sitting back and doing the same thing, complaining, pointing fingers instead of making plans and executing those plans. That's what my mentor, shout out to Mr. Herbert Murphy, peace to him. That's what he always taught me. When you figure out what a problem is, you figure out a solution, and then you go ahead and execute it to get rid of that problem. You don't sit around and just cry, complain, and nitpick at the same thing and pick at a scab. You go ahead, you bandage that scab up, you put some neosporin on it, and let it heal.
Hey, you said a mouthful. I just and a lot of people have a lot of comments about Monique's husband. They say that he's grimy. Uh, you should never let your spouse be your manager, and he believes that he's above her, she's beneath him, and that he fucks her career up. And oh man, ever since he became her manager, she's been nothing. I ain't even looking at that kind of shit. I'm looking at the key part about the whole going against the grain, going against the machine, and all that shit, and us bowing down to white people. Because I believe, it's just my opinion, I could be wrong. If that man wasn't her husband and he was just her regular manager, the same words would be spoken. Don't have a manager that's black, that's trying to stand up and be black and proud at the negotiation table when it comes to white people. Just bow down, take the crumbs they give you, take the contract they give you, take whatever is offered, and be a good little boy, a good little girl, the good little Negro girl to these white people. That's what I believe. We can skip all the part about him being her husband. I believe if you have a strong black manager that's gonna, kind of in the mode of Dame Dash, how Dame Dash was standing up to all the white folks and shit like that, and people was looking at him like he crazy, like he just some kind of maniac or he on drugs or some shit. When he's like saying, we need our own stuff, we need to stand for our own thing, we don't need to be looking for handouts and shit. That's exactly what this goes into. So I just took that story and it was just like, the same shit that it's always, we just supposed to bow down to master and do what we're told and be docile and be very, very, very weak minded and feeble in front of them and let them do what they want to do. And that's what she's voicing to Monique. So that's why that caught my eye.
Man, imagine if Tupac and Dame Dash would have got together.
Oh boy, they would have blew the fucking industry up. They
This
would have really caused some damage.
I don't know if you seen that interview, when they was having a conversation, him and Kenyatta, they talked about that. Like we should have been brothers coming together instead of fighting each other when the East and West Coast crap was happening.
Right.
That's
And
why
yeah,
when I
that
talk to
was
people, I be trying to get people to understand. It's like, listen, in that situation, Pop went too hard, but his heart was in the right place. And what people don't understand, sadly enough, is like, yo, It should have been more togetherness. Now that's why I do disagree with all things that Pop did because he was too smart for that. He was too sharp for that. And a lot of people that should have been coming together. Forget getting Big out the way. You should have been getting Puffy out the way. Puffy was a part of a problem. And getting Suge to get himself together because Suge became a big part of the problem. You let these two little problems exist and y'all got too much money. You know what I'm saying? And I said get Puffy out the way and let Suge resign because it's stuff that people don't talk about. Like Puff homeboy Wolf killed one of Suge's homeboy back in Atlanta, back in '94, I think. So you got all these things around Puff that where people are getting killed, thrown in prison, and all of this, and he walking free. So he has a lot of morale cleaning his slate to do. But these are people that should have been working together. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it don't come to fruition like that. But we have to think smarter and strategic in how we move. And like I told you before, like Craig Fact said on his show, in order to be a leader, you have to have forgiveness in your heart. You can't hold stuff against people. You have to be able to forgive. It can't be about this game versus that game, which is what Democrats and Republicans do. It has to be forgiveness because it's a bigger thing and it can work so much better. But like we keep saying, when you have that old motto, you got Whoopi Goldberg telling Monique, don't worry about this and all that. So you're telling me you didn't care about me. That's what you're telling me to my face. You had to get what you had to get. And luckily it trickled down. You weren't trying for it. So I mean, and then you gotta think, she been marrying white man how long now? And then people wonder why we question black people that got white spouses. Come on, man.
Hmm.
Simple, simple, simple.
I just hit on one more thing. I seen this, and of course, this is just me bringing up something that's kind of lighthearted, something to laugh at. But a little story about Floyd Mayweather's daughter getting pregnant by the little rap boy, NBA young boy, or whatever his name is. This
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
enough.
his
No,
seven.
no, it's my bad. It's NBA hurt boy.
Hurt
They got
boy,
them they got them herpes.
them hurt right. I was man, you beat me to it. I was gonna get there. I was getting there,
Hmm.
but you know, uh, Floyd Mayweather had said something regarding NBA because he had a while back NBA had made some comments towards Floyd Mayweather, which I mean, if you look at it, yeah, they're grown ups, shit like that, but I don't think I don't know. That's my opinion, because we from the old school. We were raised up with certain morals and values and things like that. Where it's like, yo, you don't say certain things about people's parents. You know what I'm saying? Even if they parents be real shitty people, you just try to have respect or whatever like that. So I can understand where Floyd Mayweather was coming from. You know, with but maybe he should have just said it a different way, because he said, it's about your upbringing. It's about how you was raised. So, NBA YoungBoy's mom caught offense, to what he said. And his mom actually said some shit that I be saying, like, yo, you can teach your kids the fucking world. You can show them A, B, and C. But when they get out there, it's up to them whether they listen to you or not. So not all the time it's about a parent being a bad parent, because behind closed doors, the parent could be teaching this kid shit from the day they 2 years old up until when they're 18. But then when they get out there, they don't listen to the parent. They don't
Hold
do
on.
what the parent
Wait,
said.
wait, hold on. Don't mean to
Hold up.
intercept, but I gotta
Mm-hmm.
throw this in. The reason why he's saying that is because people who know NBA YoungBoy story and I had some youth I worked with that's huge fans of him and was breaking down to me, and I seen this also in the media. His mother wasn't really there for him. His mother was a drug addict, so that's why
Uh-huh.
Floyd actually set up. She wasn't there for him, so his
Well,
grandmother had to teach
I
him the
know
best he
his
could.
story. I know his story. I'm just saying that verbiage of what his mom
Yeah,
was saying, because
what I'm saying is she using that as an excuse because
oh
she
yeah, yeah.
wasn't there.
We
See what I'm
know
saying? She
what
was a bad
we
mother.
know
So
what
that's
her
why.
bullshit
No,
is.
no, I not to cut you out, but I agree with you on that. But all I'm saying from her coming from her mouth is is very, very conflicted because you was not there to raise him like you should have
Right.
been. So you can say all you want, but you wasn't there for him. So don't try to make it seem like you was and you wasn't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why you see on social media spazzing out and sounding like a little 17-year-old chicken head.
But it's kind of like, both of them, because yeah, a lot of people may not know the story about his mom or whatever. I know about it, but a lot of people, even some of the like the comments I was reading, it's kind of like people don't know. But um, then on the other, him saying that about the upbringing, but then on the other end, your daughter fucked up because she coming from sports royalty. Your father is Mayweather. Some say he's the greatest fighter of all time. I definitely don't think so, but he's one of the best. You can't take anything away from him. He ended his career undefeated, so he's definitely one of the best fighters we've ever seen, and he made the most money of all the boxers. So your life is made, yo. Like your father is sports royalty, and then you choose to get pregnant from a cat that's 21 and already got 6 kids from 5 or 6 different women, and add on the fact what my man said earlier about the little herps situation, and it's like, what are you doing? Of course, when you get of age, you can do whatever you want to. If you want to have a kid that young, that's fine. But it's like, damn, yo. And I don't even know if Mayweather been there for her like that, like to teach her what type of men not to fuck with. But it's like, damn, like you even with your own eyes, without your daddy telling you, like you could just see and do the math. 21 years old, 6 kids already for 5 or 6 different women. Maybe I should rethink me having raw sex with this guy. Maybe,
No,
maybe I should
because
rethink that. Maybe I should
no,
rethink
because
that.
you got to think about the fact of look how Floyd is out here carrying himself. You know what I'm saying? So he probably wasn't the best role model, and we don't know what kind of mama she got. She may have not been the best role model. So when you
Hey,
got people out here on the
I'm trying to X them out. Maybe I'm giving her a little bit too much credit. Maybe I'm giving
you
her a little
can't.
bit too much credit, but damn, if you just do the math, like I said, you do the math. If the homeboy coming to ask her on a date, just do the math. He 21 and got 6 kids. Like, yo, I can hang with him. He can be cool and shit, but I'm gonna have a baby by him. And then she went through the stuff some months ago with the incident with the fighting and the stabbing and all that shit.
What they tell you, her mind
You
is
know
not
what I'm
right. She
saying?
about 20, so her mind is not right. Like we talk about all the time,
Damn.
all these females that's older than her, that's around our age, still do the same things. They are still messing with dudes with a bunch of kids, getting pregnant, probably dude, and then go through all this turmoil in their life. Even though they seen the signs there, they thought they was gonna change them, or they thought the treatment they got from that dude was not the same treatment all the other women, they was gonna be better. And then it always turns out to be the same thing. So I can't put age into that category because we got grown women out here doing the same things, and they done been through it themselves. That why you think all these women be having up to 6, 7 kids? They do the same thing. So we can't put it on age because you got women in their 30s doing the same thing and thinking they're gonna have better results because they only worried about the results, but they're not thinking about what gets you there. They're not realizing the hard work it takes to actually get you there. You can't deal with a man that got all those kids and see his messed up checkered past and think he gonna change within meeting you. And these are the things that he are still going through. Like you have to let men get older and progress and become more mature on their own. You can't get in the way and think you're gonna help make him change and stuff. Women gotta stop doing that. So and it's sad because they teach the younger women. That's why I said ain't no telling if she's seen it with her mama. Ain't no telling how many kids she got outside of Florida.
Damn. Maybe like I said, I'm giving a little bit too much credit. I just thought that maybe she could do some math and just look at it from a logical standpoint. But what you said, hey, maybe she ain't got logic in her head. Maybe there is no logic
Sure.
right there. I just feel like, yo, you got all this shit that basically can be handed to you, you know what I'm saying? And you just are baby mama number 6 or baby mama number 7. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit just, I don't know, it just don't add up to me. And then to see, the parents already going back and forth. that ain't cool. That's a recipe for a disaster. It's just like, damn, this shit is fucked up, and the baby ain't even here yet. It ain't
Hmm.
even here, and
So I guess we
I'm
go ahead.
what's up? Oh no, I was just gonna say like I just feel like this kid, is coming into some shit like a lot of kids coming into some shit that's broken up before they even hit the earth. I mean, yeah, they're gonna be rich, because the grandfather is a got all this money, but shit, coming into something that's kind of broken already.
Yeah. So let's transition into the last bullet point. I try to tell you because we at the almost at the 45-minute mark. Try to tell
Hey
you.
man, you
Mhm.
good?
I told you. So we talking about gonna take a minute. So the last one we're gonna talk about Cardi B calling off her divorce. Uh which I'm kind of glad she did because if you think about it, we shouldn't keep having all these broken homes. When it comes to marriage, it really takes a fight for certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like what people don't realize, some certain people in this world that when they get with people that are like them, you gotta realize that if you the type of person that want to still be young, immature, do certain things, party, club, and all that, and have a certain image of the streets or image that you a bad chick, these are the things that you're gonna have to deal with. You gonna have to learn how to mature and not go through that. Like Gucci and his wife been doing pretty good, bruh. So maybe it just takes more maturity and learning because a lot of people may not really be meant to be for each other. So her getting back with him, God bless him. I pray God bless that union to keep going strong. Um,
Yeah,
and
I
Offset
hope they
seeing
get it
Adam
together too.
about
I
doing it.
hope that he, since you choosing to be married, I hope that he get it in his head this time. Like, all right, yo, since I'm choosing this and I keep begging for her to come back to me, maybe I need to get myself right, leave all the other side bitches and chicken heads alone, and just try to do this thing here. I chose to do it. I keep begging her to come back. Maybe this gonna be the time, and hopefully they make it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, whether we like their music or whatever the fuck they represent, they're a young black couple, with a black kid. They some brothers and sisters of ours, and I hope that they could turn out to have
Well,
something good with their
Cardi
stuff.
B is the extended
What?
sister of ours.
Yeah, extended, whatever. Hey, at least that she be claiming us, because there's a lot of these motherfuckers who don't even want to claim us. She
Yeah.
extended.
So
She extended. She extended, but she
yeah,
do a lot more vouching for blacks than some of these other fucking piece of shit motherfuckers out here.
right. But yeah, hopefully it works out. Say she missed her husband and she missed that dick. So hopefully it works out. And Offset
Yeah.
seemed very adamant about trying to keep his marriage together, keep his family together. So I pray God bless him to work it out and they royal ratchetness. I hope it work out for them and they see how because they both like doing a lot of the same things. I think it's certain things they're gonna have to chill on. Like Cardi B needs to stop allowing the world to see her naked. Stop showing your titties, man. Be more adult. Y'all about to hit 30 and a couple of years got with it, man. Stop showing your ass and titties online. Offset, stop hitting these hoes, man. Just chill. Like y'all have fun together. They seem like a good couple. One more thing, it was funny because he pointed out like he showed her on video cleaning the house and said, "Oh, you don't clean, huh? You need to stop
Mm-mm.
lying to those people." And she was laughing and she up there sweeping the floor. So it was like, see, that's what I'm saying. You telling these sisters, see, this is where brothers start learning. Like I say, you listen to Father Four, he's talking about grown man stuff more on that, on his solo project. But him saying that to me is sprinkled in, like showing proof, like, listen, don't believe everything you hear. And a matter of fact, you as an artist take responsibility for what you tell your listeners. Don't lie and say that because you got young sisters out here that keep listening to that and honestly think they looks is all that's gonna keep a man. They wop is all that's gonna keep a man. It takes more than that. Once reality sets in, the honeymoon is over. Now you stuck with each other, and a lot of women got to realize this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And men, the importance is making sure whoever you marry is a best friend, is like a friend of you because this is your partner.
Right.
Once y'all get married, The honeymoon's over. Y'all have kids. God bless y'all have kids. God bless them kids go off to college, and God bless y'all be together. Get still. You got to realize something. You basically go back to when y'all was first meeting. You know what I'm saying? You go back to just having y'all time together. You go back to being able to date each other and stuff like that. So you have to realize that this is gonna be this is my friend. This is my partner. You know what I'm saying? So once the kids going off to school, y'all back to basically like when y'all first met.
Hmm. Yeah, and even when during the time period of having the kids, you still have to do things to keep the marriage solid. You can't make the kids be your everything, so you still gotta go on dates. You still gotta make each other laugh. You still gotta be able to hold conversations. You still gotta be intrigued by the other person. You gotta romance the other person. You gotta dig deeper and getting to know the person because people think you can get to know somebody after 4 5 years. You just continue learning about the person forever because there are things that will come up that you didn't know about in those 5 years, or the person changes and evolves. So when you get married, that shit is supposed to be a lifetime. So you gotta be, as you said, friends with this person because they all you got. That's your partner. That's your bond. So like you said, hopefully they do get it together. I'm rooting for them because I like Cardi B. I may not like her music, but I like her personality. I think she's funny. I think she's very entertaining. She makes me laugh all the time. And I think she has a good spirit about her. I think that a lot of these bitches is fake, and maybe she's fake in her own way, but I feel like she has some things about her that's genuine. When she be wanting to help people or whatever. I think she has some things about her that's genuine, so I like her. And I ain't the biggest Migos fan, but I like Offset, and I just hope that they can get shit together and make it work and stop putting all their fucking personal business out in the world too. Like, damn, keep some of y'all shit in house.
That's the day of social media. But I like her, man. I think she's more genuine than somebody like Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cause
I think that.
yeah, Cardi B comes from that background. The stuff she talk about is real to her. The stuff that Megan Thee Stallion talking about is not real for her. She comes from a college background. I ain't saying she had a rough upbringing, but I don't see nothing about her in her past stuff that I be saying about her past where she was actually that type of female. You know what I'm saying? So to me, she fake. She wants to be a freak and all that, but she can't. That's why she can't handle the stuff that comes at her. She's not a hood chick from the South Side. People keep believing it because she yells it all the time. I'm a real bitch from the South Side. No, you not. No, you not. You was blessed to have a good mother, God rest her soul, that helped you get to college and get somewhere in life. Stick to that, cause she didn't want her even rapping like that. And she told me she want to be like Pimp C. Rest in peace to Pimp C. Pimp C comes from that background. He's just talking about his life and who he's always been. Him and Bun B having to raise themselves as young black brothers. So they come from that. But you don't come from that. So stop trying to act like that. And I believe Cardi B is real. She's genuine. And she is who she is. Whether people like her or not, she is who she is. She's unfiltered. And
Exactly.
that's who she really is. Not trying to pretend to be something she's not.
Right. That's what the number one thing about her. She is who she is. She don't give a fuck what anyone got to say. She do shit without makeup on. She makes fun of herself. She is who she is. She ain't trying to be fake or trying to be someone she's not. She is who she's always been. So that's why I fucks with her.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and end the show on this. I told my partner it's gonna be late. So we're gonna go ahead and end the show on that. Just the update. Talked about the elections, went back to Monique and her husband, the disrespect of black people. The elections, of course, we talked about Cardi B divorce. We talked about, you know what I'm saying, like certain things
Little
that just
Nas
been going on.
X and that whole
Yeah,
fiasco.
yeah, he ain't about the music no more. Now he just having fun being gay and out the closet. So he ain't even about music no more with him. So
Well,
I ain't even touch.
he said when his album drop next year, it's gonna be the most incredible album of the year. So we'll see.
We'll see. All right, so this your boy JTL.
It's your man HD.
Make sure y'all hit them thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. And once again, Ice Cube is in over his head. All right, y'all. We'll get back to y'all.
Yeah.